think we are connected to the right. Yes, okay, we just went live. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's Music Monday stream. Yeah, I think it's just better if we get right into it. So let's go ahead and let's do it. All right. First thing I want to do is I want to open up our little document here and see exactly where we are. So we have quite a bit of story that we've gotten through already. We already have a lot of stuff here. Actually, while we look over this, I'm gonna go ahead and play one of the tracks. So let me go ahead and just open a random. Let me open up the Deep Space OST. Let me just start playing it. Welcome all at work. Thank you so much, Sluggy. Welcome on in. Dude, I love your emotes. They're always so cool. Yeah. Hope your work goes well. Thank you for the lurk. Okay. Very quickly though. I don't think I. What is this? Can I see this image? I don't know what this image is. Hang on, give me a second. I need to figure out what this is. How do I... Is it right here? Preview scaling? Nope. Transform, high transition. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something in OBS right now. I'm trying to figure out what the setting is. I thought there was a way to show preview. Is this it? I don't know if this is it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, great. Let's go through it. Yeah, okay. I could have sworn there was a way to see something. Because there's something here and I don't know what it is. Oh, I remember what that is now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now that I figured out what that is. Do I have... I don't know if I have the picture available. Maybe not. Anyway. So today we're working on the Deep Space OST. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks left in the soundtrack. Currently we are at 6, so we're gonna have a total of 11 tracks. At a minimum. Because right here we have like credits and cut songs. I've got like some stuff that I like might finish. That's not entirely 100% done. But I think what I want to do right now or today is the pre-recorded message. So what that is, it's let me find it. Right here. So after going through chasms, after exploring rich chasms and finding hieroglyphs telling the stories of a civilization that was far more advanced, you stumble upon a holographic recorded message left behind. The tech gives you your next clue to find on a different planet. So we gotta figure that out. It's gotta pretty much go through the process of we gotta find it. We have to like figure out how to portray that it's a holographic message. I like this sound right here. Kind of sounds very holographic in a way. What is that? I know Let's take a look at that. What are we listening to? We're listening to This Won't Be a Smooth Ride. Which I think goes by a different name. It's like the Edge of Exploration, I think is what it's called. Yeah. Ah, phooey. Alright, well, hang on. We gotta switch that up very quickly. Which means I will go back to what I was doing after that. Or after we're done with the stream. First, I need the Edge of Exploration. I don't think I have the image that I'm thinking of on this computer. No, I don't. Do I have it on my streaming computer? If so, I'll just send it over. I should. Where is it? I know I have it. I'll just leave that like that for a second while I take a look. Would it be under this channel? I have like a server archive, like stuff that I use for like streams and stuff. Let me see if I have it here. I don't. Wait, what? Where is it? Let me open up Streamlabs very quickly and see if I can find out where this image is. I'm just looking for like a sub in my PNG tuber. Oh, I know where it is. It's under my Photoshop stuff. Yes, okay, yeah, it's under my Photoshop stuff, which makes sense. Also, chat, I do want to let everyone know that I am currently working on stuff for the channel. We'll be getting proper scenes once again. As well as I found my old transitions, so we'll be using those once again. I wasn't able to find them when I lost my, or when I reset my computer, but I found them again. As well as I'm going to be redoing a bunch of stuff on the channel. Hopefully for, what are we on, the 8th anniversary of the channel? It's pretty crazy that we've gotten to 8 years. What instrument is it? It's zero gravity, right? I think. Right here. Okay, yeah, so using Signal, I think, would be a really good idea for this track in particular. The one that we're about to make here. The pre-recorded message, I think, is what we're probably going to call it. But yeah, okay, so we're using zero gravity from Signal. Good, good, good. Good to know. That's important. Alright, it's time to open up a new document. Holographic message. Don't save changes. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's... Hello, I only asked for one. Alright, let's get contact open. Give me a signal. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, in the meantime, though, I'm going to be quickly moving over here. Was it was under miscellaneous stuff? Yes. Inactive PNG. Okay, and we got the PNG back. Cool, cool, cool. That's good. That's real good. Making sure that it's lined up properly. Yeah, it should be good. All right. That's good. Everything's good. All right. So we don't want so epic. Actually, I don't think I've heard so epic. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for. Let's see. I probably should have checked the number on it. I have a feeling it was close to the end. Looking for zero gravity, I think. Zero gravity. Where could you be? Can I just, like, search this up somehow? Okay. Ambient. Makes it a little easier. The depth. Multi-drops the guitar. There it is. Zero gravity. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, I need to quickly look at my settings because this doesn't sound exactly the same. So let's quickly flip over here again and just see what we're working with. In the meantime, though, I guess I could keep the music going. I can't believe the soundtrack's already 20 minutes long. Okay, yeah. That's kind of important. So I'm gonna quickly take a picture of this. Just so I have it on hand. I'm gonna throw it under references here. And then we go back to this one. Okay, see, it's like halfway open. It's like right here. Clean's pretty much down here. Rhythm is like right here. Alright, so that should sound a little better. This is actually 1/4. This is 1/8. This is 1/8. This is 2 bars. Something's a little different here. It is a wave, but not like this. That was perfect, but I'm trying to figure out how to... How did I do this before? What was I messing around with? Because I'm trying to compare it to the other one. I think this is probably the closest we're going to get to replicating it. I'm not entirely sure what I did to get it. Maybe shape. Oh, there it is. Okay, which one? This one. Hang on. Save that. There we go. Okay, now it's shifted over just a tiny bit. So here? Like that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay. I'm liking that. In terms of other instruments. Whoops. I guess maybe just get our bass in here. The one that we are using throughout the whole soundtrack. What's it called? Waiting. Okay, if I could spell correctly, that'd be great. I think that's an old version of Chasm, so it didn't end properly. But that's fine. Ooh, okay, yeah, let's get piano in here. I'm listening to the soundtrack right now, and I'm just sort of seeing what we need, like, to keep things consistent. Let's also go ahead and get that harp in here and see if we can use that. I don't know if we will, but I'd like to try and use it. Let me pull up the stats for that very quickly. Since those have very specific... There we go. Right, first we need sci-fi. For 46.2, depth is 14.4 meters. That'll do. The rate is 6.2 hertz. Depth, alright. Oh, it's Freak Mod, that's right. Alright, and then next we need a talk box. Then we have it to that. Mixing, bring it down to like 58. Depth envelope, bring it down to like negative 15% somewhere. 1 hertz, sine wave, LFO, yeah. Yeah, everything should be the same. Okay, that's fun. I can see something that we can do here. I think, okay, thinking about this like from a compositional standpoint about where I want to go with this story, I think, because this track is going to be immediately following Message from Deep Space, so the track that we're listening to right now. What I'm looking for is something slow and something that's going to like be very like ambient, very like synth heavy in a way, or okay, everything's synth heavy, but like I'm thinking more like, if I had to reference, probably the track that we just made, the intro of the track that we made for our final assignment. So hearing this. So something like that. Which, okay, I don't remember what it was. I think it was Math Gains. Let me check that out. Might have been Math Gains or 8-bit. Trying to find it. Was it? I think it might have been 8-bit. something. It'd be under Retroland, I think. Eight-bit. No, it's not. Interesting. Electronic Mayhem. Huh? What's it fall under? Yeah, this is it. This is what we were using for that. I don't know. We're sort of just playing around with ideas right now. I wouldn't want this to be the main sound of it, though, but I would like it to be something, like, to help pitch the idea of, like, oh, okay, like, this is something digital that we're seeing. And the way... Okay, so... I want... Because it's supposed to be that we get a clue to the next planet. So I want there to be a little bit of a sliver of the melody for the next planet. Which is... I don't know. Okay, so I think I wrote here that the next planet's going to be ice. It's going to be very cold. Spires of ice, rough terrain. Very, Antarctic in nature, I'll say. Which is very interesting. Okay, let's look up a concept art just to, like, base it off of. So let's say we already had a concept art for Chasms. We already had a concept art for We Were Called Here / Blue Skies. Let's look up just concept art Frozen Wasteland. Let's just see, like, what comes up. So yeah, I'd say something like this. Like this, where it's, like, very clearly not, like, a pleasant place. It looks very harsh. Something like this looks very, like, beautiful and, like, very, like, majestic. Stuff like this, where it's, like, a bunch of curves, makes it seem a lot more inviting versus, like, the sharp jaggedness of something like this. This looks severely, like, uninviting. That looks cool. But, like, these are sort of the ideas that I'm looking for when it comes to making something like this. Is I'm looking for something dark. Because it's supposed to be, like, uninviting. Like, they kind of don't want to be found. But also, it's like they're sort of out of time. They're trying to find someone who can help them. I don't know. It's, I'm still trying to, like... I don't think I can do any more fleshing out of this story, because it's just... Any fleshing out that I do will just purely be for my sake. I cannot express, like, wants and desires, like, direct motives of, like, characters through music. That's, like, that would have to go into dialogue, and the challenge of this is trying to tell a full story without any dialogue or any visuals. Purely music. So I want to be able to do this, but it might take a little bit of time. Alright, what is this? The holographic message. Oops, there we go. Okay. Yeah, alright. All right. Actually, okay. There's one track that I want to, or reference here. I want to find out what the instrument is that starts this track off because I actually really like it and I think it'll be perfect for this. This. What is this? Glacian Anticipation. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. VST samples. There we go. Anticipation. Okay, perfect. That's all I need. I just like the sound of it. It's soft. It's not harsh, but it still gives off like that really dry and like cold sound, which I think is how we'll introduce this idea of like, oh, it's cold, like we're gonna go somewhere cold. Because I've got a few ideas up my sleeve for how that's gonna work. Ba, 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 ba. All right, what was it called again? Glacian Anticipation. What do some of these sound like? Okay. It's a glass picking sound. Oh, it's granulated. Oh, that's how it does it. I wonder if I can modulate that. Give me a second. Let's try this. Okay, I want to play around with this for a little bit because I think we can do like a really cool intro with this, sort of building up. So let's just play around a bit and see where we go. I like that. It's very mysterious, very ominous. I'm not entirely sure what our tempo is. I'm gonna try and match it to the Okay, so just temporal. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a sample-based tick. That way it doesn't move when we change the tempo. Go ahead and give me a grid so I can visually see this. It needs to be slower, so let's try like 110 maybe. Okay, 110's a little closer. Try 107. 105. Let's just straight up try 100. Okay. This is an interesting conundrum. It's not really timed to anything. I mean, I guess we can get away with having this section. We can get away with this section not being timed to anything. It's just sort of free form. So the way I see this going is... Let me see the mod wheel. Something striking down at 12. And so what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and make this tempo like 120 or something. Just so that we know, like, this is where stuff is actually going to start happening. I'll put a marker here as well. What am I thinking of, though? I have this sound in my head of, like, this... Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and quickly load up Omnisphere. I've got, like, this synth sound in my head that goes... Bow, now, no, no, no. Very Tron-like. And I want to see if I have it here. Is it Growing Anguish? I don't think it's Growing Anguish. I think that's a different one. That's more of like a... Yeah, it's just a different bass. Hello. Yeah. Tinsmith? Let's try Tinsmith. This one's also here in my list. Nope. Not what I'm looking for. Hollowstone? Is it the synth that I use in Fallout? Is that what I'm thinking of? Something like this, actually. So I think first off I want it to sound a lot slower, so let's try 100. Okay. Next thing we need to do, shorten the length. Reverb's up. Okay. That is an option. Hang on, I might need to reference another track very quickly just to find out what instrument I used. This one I haven't opened in years. I haven't opened it since 21, I think. It's Fallout? Yeah, Fallout. A little bit of lore drop for you guys. This is an unofficial Dream SMP piece. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't advertise it as such. Because, man, that would be embarrassing today. Is that what I'm looking for? No, it's not. I think it's this. Right? I think this is what I'm hearing in my head. But hang on, what was this? I didn't even realize I, like, skipped over this. This doesn't sound familiar. That's not in the track. That's not in the master, is it? How did that get there? Hang on, I literally got to go back and look at my stuff very quickly. Fallout. I gotta hear this. Yeah. We would have heard the first version. Like right around here somewhere. Yeah, that wasn't in the master. How did you get here? Also, wait, what something's changed about this, and I don't know what it is. That's not the melody I... That's not the melody. How on earth did that happen? Somehow I went back to this track and did something. I don't like that. Because now I'm so confused as to what happened, or like why that happened. But I like that sound though. That's pretty. Maybe we'll steal that as well. It's Granular Garden. Gleaming High. With the middle frequencies taken out. Looks like it's being heavily compressed. Never mind, it's not being heavily compressed. Let me hear it as it should be. Okay, I see what's happening here. It's creating a little bit of like an ethereal feel. And then, yeah, cathedral reverb. But yeah, this is like the one and only time I'll bring this up. This was originally a, like something that I composed, for Dream SMP. And that's the only time you'll hear me say it, and that's the only time I'll bring this up. Moving on. We got what we needed. It's, Sweet Beef, right? Sweet Beef and Granular Garden I'm taking back? Yeah. I don't think it's exactly the same sound, but we gotta work with what we're given here. Okay. Let's... We can turn off the grid. That's fine. Welcome on in, Apple. How are you doing? We're currently messing around with stuff. We're writing a new piece. What was it? It was Sweet Beef. Can I do a sound match just to like check what we have? Okay, definitely not that. Doing good. Got tons of homework again this week. Sheesh. I am really sorry. I think I saw you post something about like 17 assignments. I am incredibly sorry for your loss. I understand the pain. I truly do. Speaking of which, I got all my grades back from the finals that we were working on last week, and all of them were A's. Well, one was an A-, but yeah. Yeah, 17. Accelerated classes are no joke. They really aren't. It's really... They are really intense. A's? Yeah, we got A's. I'm waiting for the final class grade to be posted. But I'm feeling really confident with how I did during those classes. And now, we've got 24 weeks until graduation. 24 straight weeks of nonstop work. We're already 12 in. We've got 24 more. I'm not liking any of the sounds of this. Okay, that one I actually think I can work with, but it needs a lot of change. I don't know if I could do it. 24 weeks sounds like a lot. It kind of is a lot once you realize that's almost half the year. Because I've got 12 weeks this semester. That's like three months. And then pretty much same thing after 3 whole months. I'm going to be ending in September. So we got 5 months left. 5 full months. I'm going to be working for a while straight too, I think. Not taking summer off. Not sure when my next break is. As someone who has, like, okay, so my entire time at Berkeley, I've done this, like, 36-week stretch, taken a week off, and then done a final 12-week stretch, and then I get, like, a month. Like, 4 to 6 weeks off, depending on the year. As someone who's done that, I highly don't recommend it. My counselors were like, you don't need to do, like, you don't need to, like, take classes all semesters, right? I'm like, yeah, but, like, I don't know. It's very stressful, especially if you're taking accelerated classes. I highly recommend lowering your workload or taking a semester off, because you'll get burnt out really quick. I've learned that from experience. I have this trend. I've seen this trend with my grades where I'll do really well one semester, and then the next semester I'll be barely scraping by. And then the next semester I'll be back in my full swing, and then the next semester I'll be out of it. I think I can work with this. I think this is probably my best option. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm worried for summer, to be honest. 4 classes, 2 siege sessions. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm used to accelerated community college, so it's definitely different. It is. Community college classes are a little, like, less, have less sustenance to them. Versus when you're at a 4-year, they lean in hard with the curriculum. All right, let's try. Let's just try that for now. I'm trying to get this to work. Okay, it's time to flip back to that track and see what I did with that instrument to make it sound that way. Hang on. Fallout. On the bright side, I don't really have to worry about contacts because I didn't have contact at the time I was making this. Okay, what did I... Holy crap! Alright, time to dissect this. Is this the same? I think it is the same. I'm just doing a quick check. I think it's a little different, but I gotta figure out what I changed. I think I might have lowered the drive a little bit on this. But man, that EQ is putting in work. Holy crap. Okay, let me quickly snap a picture of this, just so I have it for reference. Whoop. I will do my best to update it with my current knowledge, because this will be a lot easier to do in FabFilter. There we go. Holographic message, don't save. Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Ever since I updated Pro Tools, it's just not staying the way I want it to. All right. Let's go ahead and let's put an EQ on this for now. Okay, so it looks like it takes a large dip somewhere around here, just under 5K. Here, I guess we'll have this playing just so I can keep listening to it while it goes. This is like a high. And then we had a compressor on it. And then we had a reverb on it. I think I'll take the reverb down. One thing that we're doing with the soundtrack that we haven't been doing with other soundtracks is I'm sort of laying off the reverb. I'm really trying to like bring stuff in a lot more, work on my mix. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We need to work with that EQ a little bit because it's still sounding a little hollow right now. What happens if I swap the order of these? If I put the compressor on before. Yeah, okay, that's sounding a little better. Let's get this bumped up to 4 measures. I'm also not liking the speed of that. Let's go down to 80. Okay, 80 is way too slow. Let's try maybe 88. I think I probably need to take all this out. Let me do that. Because I'm already starting to get a little bit of ear fatigue. I'm not hearing too much of a difference, but I'm going to brick wall it just above. Or just under 100 hertz. Because I gotta keep in mind, I'm pairing it with this again. So we've got 2 basses going, and I don't want them to be overpowered. it sounds cool, but I need to figure out what I'm doing on the other track in order to make the sound the same, since it still sounds like it's missing something. Okay. So in terms of how we start, I like it. I feel like this is classic Noah Orona type intro. Like, the more I start listening to my own music, I'm starting to realize my own style. Something like that. It's not arpeggiated, which is a problem. Because I wish I had more control over the sound of it, but I guess I don't. That's fine. Okay. What we need is Granular Garden. I'm trying not to lean too heavily on my old ways. That's probably a very vague description. There we go. I don't want glass picking. I want, what was it, high? Is it under H for like high gleam or something? Oh, geez, H is over here. Hairbrush, Halo, Hammond, Hang Drum. Wanted help me. Alright. Was it G for... Okay, so this is the only high I see here. So then I think it was G for, like, gleaming high or something. In which case, GL... It's GO. Glitchy... Glistening... Glass... It'd be somewhere around here. Gleaming high, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I think we can work with this. What are we doing again? I understand why I did what I did last time. Take out the middle. And then put in a... Great, what was it? Vintage filter, I think. Alright, time to flip back. I need to see what I did. I'm so hyper aware of ear fatigue now ever since the stream where you talked about it. Still need to invest in earbuds for concerts. It honestly, yeah. Like, once you think of it, it's like one of those things where it's like when dentists like hear or like find out like how like damaging food is for your teeth, and then they just never eat like anything unhealthy again. It's something to that effect, where it's like once you like realize how like incredibly like awful ear fatigue is, you just sort of can't help but like think about it. I used to blast music in my car at like maybe like 50% volume. Now it's closer to like 20% volume, just because like I was like, oh, I'm actually like getting ear fatigue on like long drives. I need to like stop. There are moments where I used to like turn off my music and just like sit in silence, because I was like, oh, I need to like shut off my ears for a second. I'm like, they're starting to hurt. Yeah, I mean, cheap earbuds will do the trick. It's just, they just need to like block out, like a solid like 70% of the sound in concerts. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think this is what I need to take a picture of. Yoink. All right. Let me hear how this sounds again. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to mimic that sound, so it's a lot higher pitched versus what I'm playing right now is currently lower pitched. And I think that's sort of where the disconnect is because you can really hear like the wobbly sound of it. No, there's something definitely off about this. That's not how that's supposed to sound. I thought it was just because I'm... Hang on, let me take a look at this. What's happening here? Okay. Well, hang on, let's go ahead and let's increase this. Let's go over here and fix all the settings. You're right there. Cutoff is at 1.5 kilohertz. Resonance is at 68. That 69 will work, and then fat is down to 81. All right, how's that sound now? Okay, I'm missing something. Is it you? Okay, there's definitely something going on here. I don't know what it is. Proverb mix. I don't think that should be an issue. But let me turn that off just to test. Hang on, time to test something. I'm not liking the sound of this compared to the other one. What on earth is happening here? Is there another setting that I'm like not seeing here? The envelope looks the same. Oh, the depth is different. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's down to 34%. Yeesh. Then the LFO, 1 hertz, 0%. Okay, let's try that now. Does it have like a longer tail? Like, what's the deal with this? I'm trying to dissect this. I think this sits more at like 1,000 hertz. Let's try that now. I gotta hear this in context very quickly. Every single fucking time I hear it, it just makes me want to kill myself. So I really am not liking this. How did I make this work? I'm like really trying to figure out what the sauce is to this. I don't care that I don't have tape echo anymore. Get rid of it. Remove the plugin. How do you do what you do? What is the sauce here? Everything's on. It's like the exact same as it should be. I gotta figure this out. Is it because of like the speed? No, it's 95. We're literally like at 88, which is not that far off. Okay, this is sitting at 922, which is pretty much exactly where we are. I don't think it's... Okay, hang on. I gotta hear this without all the plugins very quickly. Because I think I'm going crazy. I'm not. Okay. Is it the reverb? Is the reverb just like completely smoothing everything out? It's the reverb. That was not expected. That reverb is putting in work. There's nothing else, right? Yeah, there's no 5th plugin. Or there's no 6th plugin. That's crazy. I actually did not expect that to be carrying as heavily as it was. Boom, boom, boom. Is there also like a volume thing happening? There is. The volume's going down as well. These two are also really low. That's really weird. Okay, time to go back and figure this out. Man, that reverb is putting in work if that's the reason why this thing sounds a lot worse. Without it. Okay. Hang on. First, I'm going to go ahead and put the compressor in here. I'm just literally going to recreate it one for one. No, not deverb. Okay, give me medium theater for now, just to try the concept. How did that actually fix it? Sort of. I also wouldn't be surprised if it's just how low these notes are. Let's try taking it up an octave. Yeah, there's a lot of like nuance to work. There's so much nuance to working with this particular instrument, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point. Metronome or something. Jeez, I'm not liking. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. Okay. There we go. That'll be something. I don't know. Is that even like... What am I doing? Like... this a... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it does fit. I was like, I could have sworn that it fit. And I was looking at it, I was like, why isn't this fitting? Okay. Is this not? Oh, I would like... There we go. Why? Why? Just why? Okay. Go, shorten this one, shorten this one. And I don't know why that's not moved at all. All right. That's that. It's moving way too fast for me. Give me like a 68. Let me hear this over. Holy crap, hang on. There's so much happening right now. I'm like trying to like figure this out. We don't need that one. Okay, let's try this one more time. On the top. It feels very waltzy in a way. I don't know what it is with this bass. With this melody? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's got like this weird polyrhythm to it. I like it. Or not polyrhythm. Is it polyrhythm? I always forget the difference between polyrhythm and polyrhythm. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, polyrhythm. Polyrhythm. So I don't think there's a good way to describe polyrhythm versus polymeter. Oh, actually, here's a good example. Let's go ahead and let's open this image up in a new tab. We're doing a little edumacation lesson. So this is a polyrhythm. This is a polymeter. basically, polyrhythm, you can have like a 1, 2, 3, 4 overlaid with a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It'll sound something a little something like this. And then you have a polymeter, which is, let's say, 5 note. Yeah, let's do this visually, like 5 notes being played, and then 3 notes being played. This can actually be done like this. Let's say we have our let's say we have this. It's a 4. These 4 notes being played on repeat. Just like this. And then let's say we have something else on top of it, like a... Alright, so this is 6 notes. And it does this. So this is how it would sound to have a polymeter. Kind of cool. I've always wanted to like try working with one in music. I've only done one in concept, in theory, but I never actually like tried applying a polymeter in my music. But like, for example, we could just keep going. Because eventually, they're going to line up once again. It's like this. So that's one example of a polymeter looks like, versus, I would say what this is a polyrhythm, where we've got 2 rhythms going on at the same time. They meet up right back at the start. So instead of their downbeats being on different notes or being on different times, they line up together. I don't want to think solo right now. I want to try working with this. Okay, we're gonna actually change plans here. We're going back up to 120. Not 12, 120. Thank you very much. I like that idea. Hang on, let's try that. I'm going to... What am I doing? Hang on. Back up for a second. Okay, I like that idea. Because I like the sus4 chord. Anyway, time to time these right. Let's do one measure of that, and then go back down to the regular voicing of the chord. Yeah, okay. I can work with that. Okay. If I want to move this over here, I want to say we get rid of this. Let's try this. I want to see how this goes. We sort of changed the whole direction that we're trying to go with for the song. I'm curious if it'll work or if it'll sort of break under the pressure. We're about to find out. Okay. I think I sort of need to play around with this in my off time. I'm not really finding something that I'm like locking in and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll work. I don't know. It's a weird process of I'm not seeing the vision yet. Which means that it would need to take a lot more playing around and a lot more fiddling with stuff, which is usually what the work streams are for. If you guys aren't familiar, we do work streams during the day. Occasionally, they're sort of sporadic. Where we will pick a song and we will just work on it. It's less educational and less streamery, if that makes sense, where I'm not talking as much and I'm not explaining stuff nearly as much. Sometimes I will just literally work in silence with like a little bit of mumbling to myself, and then we'll just see how the song ends up. So I think this will probably be something that I say for a work stream. I'm not really feeling too confident with where we are with things right now, so I might just need to like turn it off for now and then go, um, like try it another day. Um, do I have anything that I can share? I don't. Okay, no, I don't think I do. Unfortunately, we sort of did everything we wanted to over the weekend. I was really happy though that we got all. I got all my schoolwork done by Friday night. I said I was going to do a work stream over the weekend, but I was more relieved about the fact that I didn't have any work to do, and I just sort of took those days to do what I needed to, and then relax for the rest of it. Um, I'm trying to think. I didn't really have anything else planned for tonight. But I do have some really good news to share. So, I've got I've got phase 2 of my next release done. If you guys aren't familiar, we've been working on a song called "Finding Yourself," and I've got the second phase of it locked in. I've got a I've got a set time and date that I'm going in to record it and work with an engineer, mixing engineer on that. Uh, the next step after that is getting a music video recorded, doing a full fleshed out music video, and then it'll be brought to streaming services. I'm hoping by the summer. I would love to see it done by late May, but I cannot confirm that timeline yet. It'll just have to be like when I find the availability with other people that I need to collaborate with. Fran's usually my go-to person for helping me with a music video. So once this song is done, actually I gotta go back and record the rest of the demo for it. I've got all the stems exported from the last session we did working on it. The new guitar parts sound great. I've got all those exported, and I'm going to be sending them over tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see where everything falls. I've got a lot. I've put in a lot of effort for this particular track because it's going to be the start of the next phase of releases. So I'm super excited about that. Once again, I'm trying my best to keep it under lock and key because I don't have anything locked in yet. But yeah, I think for now we are gonna go raid the lovely MacGyver, who is showing off artwork from her community. Some of my music's gonna be showing up there today. So let's go ahead and let's raid out. Oops, what happened? I thought I copied that. Alright, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to be chilling over there. If you guys want to see more content from me, I'm probably going to be over in Bug's stream. If he's still live, that is. I think he's still live doing Lunchbox. We'll be back on Wednesday for our own Lunchbox stream. We're still working on our fleet of monorails and trains, as well as I don't know what else we're working on. We're working on Spawn as well. Working on Isle of Berk once again, so I might do a small update there. And then on Thursday we'll be back with Split Fiction. Friday will be a main channel upload. We're going to be doing Red Dead Part 9. And then Saturday, I think I have to figure out the video for that. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. So thank you everyone so much for joining. I will catch you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye.